Aliana de Retteville lay on her bed and looked at Giles, who was her lover. She did not speak. She had nothing to say. He did not speak either. They were not alone, for in a corner of the room an old woman sat spinning, but she was no more than the bump and purr of her wheel. It was summer and late afternoon. The rain fell and birds were singing. They had their summer voices, loud and guttural. The rain had come unobtrusively, breaking up a long spell of drought. For leagues and leagues around, it was falling on the oak woods, dripping from leaf to leaf and taking a long time, because the foliage was so thick, to reach the ground. It would be pleasurable, Aliana thought, to lie naked in the oak woods now, feeling the rain on her skin. Each drop would be a small, separate pleasure. But only the pigs and a few foresters were in the woods, creatures whose skin has little sensitivity. It is going to thunder, thought Giles, noticing how dusky the room had grown, and seeing the leaden hue of the sky above the vivid green of the oak woods, a narrow picture in the window that, because of the heat, was unscreened. Instead of the thunder which he expected to hear, a wood dove began to croon. He closed his eyes and stretched and fell asleep again. They were both sleeping when the old woman jumped up from her wheel and hobbled towards the bed, softly calling on them to waken. A moment later, the spinning wheel was knocked over as the door was forced open, and Brian de Retteville and his two cousins, Piers and Richard, burst in. Giles awoke and saw the old woman at the bedside holding out his sword. She proffered its blade towards him, poor old fool, and in snatching it, he cut his hand. That was the first bloodshed. Immediately the three were upon him. He fought not to defend himself, there was no hope of that, but to die fighting, and quickly. After the first start of